A farmer in Lawrenceville, Illinois, bends down and picks something out of the mud. It is a bond, a legal document, signed, stamped. The name of a man he has never met, from a town he has never visited, written across the top in clean black ink. That town is 125 miles away. Nobody carried it there. Nobody drove it there. No train route connects those 2 points in a straight line. The document had been locked inside a steel safe, behind a combination only one man on Earth knew. 5 days earlier, that safe had sat inside a building. That building no longer existed. Something reached inside a sealed steel box and pulled a single sheet of paper through the walls and deposited it in a field across 3 states. What did that is the subject of this video, and by the time you understand what it was, you will understand why 695 people never had a chance to run. Welcome back to the Dark Ledger. The morning of March 18th, 1925, is a gray, forgettable Wednesday across southern Illinois. A low-pressure system has settled over the Ohio Valley. The air is damp. The clouds hang low. Farmers note the slow drizzle and go back inside. The United States Weather Bureau, the predecessor to the National Weather Service, issues a routine forecast for the region that morning. It mentions rain. It mentions shifting winds. It does not mention the word tornado. That silence was not an accident. It was policy. Since the 1880s, the Weather Bureau had banned the use of the word tornado in all public forecasts. The rationale was that the word would cause mass panic, and mass panic would be worse than the storm itself. The result, as historian Snowden Flora documented in his 1953 study, Tornadoes of the United States, was that entire towns were left with no language to describe what was coming. If it had no name, it had no warning. Just after noon, a supercell thunderstorm begins to organize above the Ozark Plateau in southeastern Missouri. At 1:01 p.m., a tornado touches down near the small town of Ellington, Missouri. It does not look like a tornado. There is no classic funnel silhouetted against a clear sky. The rotating column wraps itself inside its own precipitation, a dense churning wall of rain, debris, and darkness that witnesses would later describe variously as black rain. A coal smoke column, a boiling mass of everything. The funnel is there, but it is invisible. And it is moving at 60 miles per hour. And its average forward speed is 62 miles per hour, with bursts reaching 73. The average tornado travels at 30. This one moves at more than twice that speed, and it will sustain that speed for 3.5 hours. At 62 miles per hour, a person standing 1 mile from the storm's edge has less than 60 seconds before it reaches them. Less time than it takes to walk from a kitchen to the front door, open it, look outside, and decide whether to run. In Annapolis, Missouri, a lead mining town built directly above a working shaft, the storm arrives at approximately 1 p.m. The hoist machinery at the mine jams. The lift cage stops moving. The surface crew goes silent, and approximately 75 men sitting more than 400 feet below the earth have absolutely no idea why. They feel no wind. They hear no thunder. They only know that the cage will not move, and that the men above them have stopped answering. So they do the only thing they can do. They climb, hand over hand, 400 feet up iron ladders in total darkness. Men who have climbed in and out of the earth their entire lives begin making their way back to the surface. When they emerge, the town they left that morning is gone. 33 of 45 homes near the mine have been reduced to foundation slabs. The cage house is wrecked. The air smells wrong. They call names into open space and wait. Some answers come back, some do not. The shaft, the darkest, most dangerous place on a normal day, had saved every one of them. At 2:34 p.m., the storm enters Murfreesboro, Illinois. It moves through the city at nearly 73 miles per hour, and in a matter of minutes, 234 people are killed, making Murfreesboro the single deadliest location of the entire storm. But the wind is only the first mechanism of death. Coal stoves had been heating homes all morning. When the storm collapses those homes inward, the stoves overturn. The embers do not extinguish. They fall onto broken wood, torn fabric, furniture, paper, and the wind has just converted an entire city into kindling. The water mains are severed. Fire crews have hoses and nothing to pump. People who survived the initial collapse are now pinned under debris, while fire moves through what used to be streets. By nightfall, rescuers are detonating dynamite, blowing apart sections of their own city to create fire breaks against advancing flame. The wind opened the door. The fire walked through it. Minutes later, the storm reaches DeSoto, Illinois, where it encounters a 2-story brick school. From the street, brick looks like permanence. Brick looks like safety. The DeSoto school had no basement. A masonry building is a system. The walls hold the roof. The roof braces the walls. Remove the roof, and the upper floor has nothing to brace against. The load path fails. The heavy mass descends straight down into the rooms below it, the rooms where the children are sitting. 33 children die inside that school, not from wind in the abstract, but from their own building collapsing onto them. 25 miles northeast. Approximately 40 miles further northeast, in the small town of Parrish, a school principal named Delmar Perryman watches the sky turn the wrong color, a darkness moving in the wrong direction. He cannot know exactly what is coming. The word tornado is not in the forecast. But something is wrong, and Perryman makes a decision. The children do not leave. Every house, every shop, the rail depot, the entire town of Parrish is erased. The Perryman School is one of 3 structures left standing. By 4 p.m., the storm crosses into Griffin, Indiana, where it tears apart homes, churches, and the rail depot. The destruction is total, but the tornado is not finished. It continues northeast, cutting through Princeton, Indiana, before finally lifting from the ground at 4:30 p.m., approximately 3 miles southwest of Petersburg. In doing so, it ends a continuous damage path of approximately 219 miles, the longest ever recorded in United States history, according to the NOAA Storm Prediction Center. The longest damage path in recorded United States history, a figure confirmed by the National Weather Service, though meteorologists continue to debate whether it was one unbroken tornado or a closely connected family. No tornado before or since has stayed on the ground for that distance. Then the Wabash River floods. By March 23rd, the ruins of Griffin are accessible only by boat. Survivors sit on what remains of their rooftops and watch brown water move through streets they used to walk. The final count, 695 dead. 2,027 injured. An estimated 15,000 homes destroyed across 3 states in less than 4 hours. It remains the deadliest tornado in recorded American history, a designation it has held, without challenge, for over 100 years. And somewhere in a field in Lawrenceville, Illinois, a farmer holds a sheet of bond paper. He brushes the mud off it. He reads the name of a man from a town that no longer exists. The safe is still missing. The door is still locked. The combination died with the storm. The radar can see inside the rain now. The forecasts are allowed to say the word. The warning systems are faster. They are not always fast enough.